Good evening. I am Alex, and welcome to Homebrew, presented by Raven and Blade. Homebrew is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons live play that is featured on streaming sites like YouTube and Twitch, and now using the best 25th century technology, podcasts. Homebrew tells the tale of 5 emergent mercenaries for hire. Gareth, the Longfall Fighter, Lee, the Spuryless Rogue, Lux, the Ratara Wizard, Stranfiend, the Knoll Druid, and Thoradin, the Droclinar Barbarian, and their adventures through the lands of Lyn Adin. In this episode, we jump ahead slightly in the campaign here as we transition into self-quarantine mode. Taran has left the group, Lux has entered the group, and Thoradin makes his first appearance. The party has completed their first mission, rescuing the daughter of the Duchess from a group of outlanders, and are now back in Whitecap, determining their next move. Enjoy.
How does that feel?
I've always been the whitest one in the group, so there you go.
I still maintain that 10 to 6 was a more realistic schedule for playtime, but, you know.
Oh, my goodness. Well, when you factor in technical difficulties, I guess that makes sense.
And lunch.
Side talk.
Yeah.
No lunch.
I really should have put something in the crock pot. Oh, we have that leftover stir fry that I made last night, so that'll work. Yeah, about 8 o'clock last night, Lily was like, are we going to have dinner? Oh, yeah, I guess so.
You want? I keep telling my kids, like, you want to eat again? Did I not just feed you?
Yeah.
My God.
It's like this every day with you.
Right, exactly. I've never cooked so much in my life.
I mean, I have to feed the dogs twice a day. That's basically the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly the same. I just dump something out into a bowl and hand it to them. Oh, wait, no. No, that doesn't work.
So we're going to get to kill some stuff today, Alex?
Nope.
We're going to a fancy dinner, so you
No
can kill.
killing.
Oh,
No killing.
There'll be a lot of murder. Yep, I forgot. Did you catch Aaron up on where we're going and what's happening?
I did. No, yesterday we were focusing on getting him set up in Roll20
Yes.
and D&D Beyond and how they're connected. So it was mostly like
Gotcha.
how to play the game type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Logistical kind of things.
I really like this. I get to sit in front of my computer and still play games.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And talk to my friends.
So I am a gnome wizard.
Okay.
I do speak Dwarvish, so we can throw down on some secret
Yeah.
Ooh, insider talk.
insider
it.
talk. I'm very small, but supposed to be smart. I should have no charisma, but somehow I'm rolling 20s on charisma checks and 6s on intelligence checks. But you know,
We were practicing last night, and I wasted a 20, and I was like, "Great, I needed that tomorrow."
ooh, Alex, are you fucking with my screen?
I am showing pictures of Lux to Aaron so he can see what she looks like.
I wasn't paying attention, I don't think.
So I am supposed to be in the school of, I think it's called abjuration, where you do nice things for people, but I got kicked out because I thought necromancy would be fun to throw in there too.
Nice.
So I prefer to be a jack of all trades with.
Or you were
with
just
my
doing
magic.
nice things for dead people.
I don't mind doing nice things for people, but why waste the fact that I can also suck the life out of bad people?
That's right.
I'm true neutral over here, so
But you
That's
can
where I
raise
came
dead
in.
people, right? So that's nice.
I'm working on that. We're not there yet. I think that's like a
Okay.
2nd or 3rd level spell.
Okay, all right.
I gotta do what you can. We realized we needed some healing skills after Heidi got knocked on her ass, and we had no one to
Yep.
fix it.
Oh,
Hey, wait, nobody can heal me. This is bad.
I wasn't there to take the brunt, right?
Oh, we so needed a tank that day, let me tell you.
We got kicked all over the place.
Yeah.
I have a strength of 9, so I'm really not useful when it comes to that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Does anyone remember exactly how the session in the dungeon ended up? Like what ended up happening?
Jacob didn't care Heidi was dying and drug us all over the place to make sure he didn't miss anything. He
Right.
got a
You chose-
magic sword.
Sure.
You chose to follow me as
We
I
are
was
literally
exploring.
supposed to be a
break up
party.
The party. Don't break up the party. We know this.
It's like rule 1.
Yeah.
Well, you did get to fight a sweet violet fungus, so that was cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And slay it.
How do you do that? Like the Clorox wipes or something?
Yes.
There's a lot of spray bottles. And
I was going to say, I'm out of sanitizer. I didn't bring that.
I'd like to cast 90% ethanol. It's a distance spell.
That's second level. That's much more than 70%.
Actually, it's a cantrip. I have a little bit of an issue with germs.
Tell them about your sweet sunglasses.
Yes, I wear Ray-Bans most of the time because my eyes are very light sensitive.
Nice.
You can see flames in them.
It's awesome because whenever she enters a room, it makes everything go slow-mo.
And music plays.
And the fire is actually, it looks like it's reflected in the sunglasses, but it's not actually there, like physically. It's just the reflection of the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Spooky.
You know, it's right out there.
So they ended up finding who was probably in charge of this tribal group that had kidnapped the Princess Katona, and it was 2 guys and a pet panther, and
Was one of them named Joe?
no, it was Rascal and Pale.
I'm kidding. He hasn't seen Tiger King, so he doesn't know.
Alex,
Yeah, I
you're
have
missing
not
out.
seen. I have not seen China. I was reluctant because it just felt like making fun of white trashy people kind of show.
No,
and I don't like those
way
shows.
more depth than that, I swear.
It is.
Well,
Let's
that's
continue with the game. We can talk about that later.
Right.
well, that's what I heard. I got some information from someone who watches it that it's not exactly like that. So
It is not Trailer Park Boys with tigers, I swear.
yeah, the whole Honey Boo Boo thing and
Anyway, moving on back to the game.
no Honey Boo Boo now. This game is all about Honey Boo Boo. So everyone, roll up your Honey Boo Boo characters.
I
would
pull
like
out my
to-
Warhammer.
Hit Mama June, she's sleazy.
So defeated the 2 leaders and their pet. Also, they had found the princess in another part of the dungeon, locked away in a cell. They were able to get her out and thoroughly investigated the chambers and the dungeon before taking her out and heading back to Whitecap. Once you were there, the princess helped you, assisted in. No one knows that the princess was actually kidnapped. They just thought that she was out doing her thing. They didn't know that she had actually been taken prisoner, and it was they wanted it to keep it that way. She wanted to keep it that way. So the soldiers working the Adwood Manor gate, she convinced them, that everything was cool. She was just returning back, and you guys were all good. So then you guys went drinking after that, or shopping? Which came first? I don't remember.
A little bit of both.
I took
Column A,
my,
column B.
My favorite pub that's just in, and we had some spirits and sustenance, and then we went shopping. But Gareth had to go home.
That's right.
And Finn and I got drunk on the ship.
I was going to say, so we went drinking before we went shopping?
And then went shopping and then went drinking.
Barring prices were not good for us, I bet.
No, I rolled a 20 on my charisma and got a full set of clothes for Mad Jeep.
Wow.
Yeah, she got like a 33% discount.
To be fair, she's only 33% the size of a regular person.
That's true.
I'm literally 4 feet tall.
That is true.
I weigh 69 pounds.
Jacob, what was the name of that blacksmith? I know that you
You
would
were
come up with
basically
one, but I
Johnny. You were
can't remember what it is.
It was MC's Hammer Time.
Yes.
MC's Hammer Time. Got it. So
Nice.
also
Well played, honey.
last game, any place that a character needed to go. I didn't flesh out this town on purpose because I wanted certain locations that weren't maybe important to the story to be maybe fleshed out by the group rather than just me. And so last game, if there was something that a character needed to buy, you guys actually would come up with what it was called and maybe a little bit about it. So today, one thing you get to do, Aaron, is if Thoradin needs anything specific from a shop in Whitecap, you get to name it.
Well, I was thinking I needed some kind of light armor at least. So I was looking for some kind of light armor, even if it's just something like leather.
Oh, well then come on up to Bear Daddy's Leather Emporium.
Oh, is that what Bear Daddy's is?
Yep. You might want something a little more high class. I don't know. I don't know what kind of, gold pouch you're sporting there.
I'm not sure I do either yet. Let's see here.
Although I think Bear Daddy's must have been nice because that's where I went to get my dress belt.
See, I saw Bear Daddy's and I thought it was a different kind of an establishment.
Mm-hmm.
They get that a lot.
Only on nights and weekends.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I might come in there after the bar.
So with barbarians, their unarmored defense, they only get it if you're not wearing any armor. So you'll have to balance out how much benefit you'll get from having armor or not having armor. Because right now, your armor class without any armor is your AC is a base AC of 10 plus your dexterity and constitution modifiers.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that makes me a 17. Just
You might want to stay a Bear Daddy then.
That sounds, yeah. Yep.
Now you can...
Don't mess up the peep show.
Now, you can use a shield, and it won't affect your unarmored defense, but you use a two-handed weapon.
Right. No, I like my Warhammer. So I'll stay. I guess I'll stay then.
Okay.
Stay naked.
Yep.
You might need some fancy clothes then if you're all bare-chested and such. We have to go to a fancy
Right.
dinner tonight.
That's true. Because not everything is dwarf.
Right.
So they were trying...
He might not want to go to the Diva shop, though. I don't know. I don't know about it.
Well, they after dropping the princess back off at the manor, the party was looking for the person who had originally hired them, who has apparently gone MIA because they were told that he was going to meet them at the Demon Lake Tavern, and so they went there and waited, and finally some other guy showed up with a couple of guardsmen from the manor, and he told them that this guy that they were looking for was not able to come, but things had happened. It was a general sort of something has happened, and the party was invited to a dinner reception the following evening at the manor with the Duchess and her daughter, the princess. So the second day after they hung out and drank and did whatever, the next day they were basically spent getting ready for this reception on the second night. So, Thoradin, where do you stay when you're in Whitecap? Where do you sleep? Where do you put your feet up?
Probably at this Just Inn. Because I'm fairly... I don't stay at very high-end places. Because I don't really have a normal residence as I just kind of got here.
Right.
So I would be staying at a meager place, not poor but meager.
Okay.
Had we met previously, that would be the exact place I'd recommend to you because Janessa has taken care of me there ever since I was a pup. It's where Kron, my mentor, has always taken me whenever we're in port. And she makes a really good soup, and she has a really good beer. So you'll be in good hands.
Oh, and gin. They make their own gin.
The gin is also tasty there.
Gin. Yeah. Yep.
Good deal. All right, that sounds like my place.
Now, one other bit of character stuff. D&D uses... Are you familiar with inspiration?
No, I'm not.
Inspiration in the base rules is something that you either have or you don't have. And if you do have it, you can spend your inspiration at any time to gain advantage or to give someone disadvantage on a dice roll. And you earn inspiration through a variety of different things. Typically, if you do like in-character stuff or something really big or heroic or funny, just something notable,
Gotcha. Yep.
then you would gain inspiration. In my D&D campaign, instead of using an inspiration point, I use inspiration cards, which are a deck of cards that I built that you can have 5 in your hand, up to 5, and you can play a card at any time, and the cards have a variety of different effects depending on which cards that you draw. And you are going to get 2, so I'm going to deal 2 cards to you, and they will appear on the bottom in roll 20 where your names are. There are blue boxes with numbers on them.
Okay.
That's your hand. That's your what cards that you have, and if you click on it, it'll open up a window where you can see the specific cards.
I can see they all have like 2 and 2 and 3.
Yep.
And I can click on them and it says I can steal them, but I'm not gonna.
And now you have 2 cards, Aaron.
Oh, I'd see. Now do I just click on it? Yes, I do. To see it.
Oops, I just stole a card from you. I accidentally clicked it. What does that look like on your end? What do you see?
I can. When I click on it, it opens up the 2 cards, and I can click on one card, and it gets nice and large on my screen.
But it doesn't, because right now it says over one of the 2 cards, it says stealing, but nothing else is happening. And that must be a new feature in Roll20, because I'm not sure exactly what that does. Let me do a Google search real quick.
Well, I did that. I mean, when I moused over somebody else's, it gave me it says steal card, and I was afraid to click it, because I was like...
I accidentally clicked yours, and I was expecting it just to like disappear and appear in my inventory, but it didn't. It's sitting in your inventory, but it says stealing over top of it. Oh, you have to accept or decline it. Do you have some sort of thing in your chat window or something asking you to approve or deny the theft?
I don't see that. I'm looking at the feed here. Let me close my cards out, because mine still shows that I have 2. Maybe because you haven't successfully stolen it yet.
I don't know. Well, anyway, so those are your cards.
No one likes you.
You get all for nothing, all or nothing. You use the card in place of a d20 roll, and if it comes up even, it's an automatic natural 20. If it comes up odd, it's a natural 1.
Ooh. Okay.
So it's a risky maneuver, possibly with big benefits, or it'll hurt you. And then the second card is regroup, which is you may discard any number of inspiration cards that you possess and draw a replacement for each one, including the regroup card.
Okay.
So when you play it, basically, actually, you could play it right now and get a
new card.
A new card, yeah. Or you could hold on to it and wait if you get like a crappy card later on.
Got you. Any number of cards. So yeah, if I got a different card that I didn't like, I could get rid of that one. Okay, I see. I'll hold it for now.
Now, if you wanted to see how to gain cards, if you go into your journal, which I showed you last night, it was the icon in the top right that looks like a newspaper. If you go down to, there should be a handouts folder.
Okay, yep.
And then there should be a campaign folder.
Inspiration cards, yes, I see it here.
If you open that up, that tells you all the different ways where you can earn inspiration cards.
Okay.
And how they work.
Awesome. All right, I will look that over.
All right, so it is, as far as the date goes, it is currently, the month is called Rihar, and it's low summer. It's basically the beginning of summer. It is, let's see, 10th, 11th. I believe it was going to be... It was either the 11th or the 12th of the month. And you're getting ready for a party that night. So what are you guys doing?
Getting dressed with my friend.
Yeah, we're getting cleaned up from our night of debauchery, and then I'm gonna put on my sexy corset, my fancy cloak, my sweet ass leather pants.
And swam around for a little bit to, wash off any debris in my fur.
Yeah, I'm rebraiding my beard and my hair.
I give Finn a nice brushing to make sure that she didn't miss anything.
Poof, she gets twice as big.
And what are you going to do for the other 7 hours?
Very, very slowly put my sunglasses on. Very slowly.
Nice. The music plays.
You still there, Jacob?
I'm still here.
What are you doing?
Probably visiting with my parents reluctantly. Trying to have discussions with them about, how we need to be more accepting of the other people that are coming into Whitecap, and then probably just getting frustrated and leaving. I'm, the okay boomer, and then just leaving.
At one part during your conversation with your parents, they find out that you are going to the manor for this reception, and they are interested because they are also supposed to be going to this dinner reception because they had invited the leaders of all the craft guilds in town, the merchant and craft guilds. So it's going to sort of be a gathering of the largest companies and organizations like that in Whitecap are going to be at this reception.
So do we know anything about the reception other than we were invited to it?
Nope.
Okay.
And
Do
you're supposed to dress
up.
up.
About it other than that they're invited to it, and the other guild leaders are.
Go ahead.
I said, but a history check, is this something that maybe happens regularly, or is this new?
It is, and it's pretty common knowledge that the leadership in Whitecap hosts these events pretty much on a weekly basis. I mean, they're always having receptions and banquets and functions like that. So this is not a weird occurrence by any means.
Aaron's gone stealth.
What?
Nothing.
I heard Aaron's on stilts.
I'm down to only your stealth. I'm down to only looking at your face, Alex.
How'd that happen? Is everyone else still here? Uh-oh.
Yep.
I am.
Okay.
I dropped off, but
He's back.
Yay!
One thing I don't like about Discord is that there's no easy way to... Like, I want the view to be like it was before when Heidi was the sandwich filling. And I can't get back to that. Right now, mine is, I have a big one in the middle and then all the little icons on the right-hand side.
Oh, so I've got one big one in the middle and two small ones on each side of it.
Yeah, that's how I want
rocking.
mine.
Did you accidentally focus someone, Alex?
It was like that when I switched over to Discord. It had already changed by itself. When Melissa said that she couldn't see Aaron anymore, I switched back over to Discord to see, and so now I can't get it back, and I don't like it.
I am 50% gin deep.
Oh my!
Just saying. Should we go drinking
ain't
or frolicking or something in this 7-hour period? Or
I would like to stretch my legs since I'm on land right now.
There we go. I got it back.
So walking around town would be great.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to go check out with my blacksmith heritage. I always stop and try to make friends with the blacksmiths to find out who's any good there. If I think they're a good enough blacksmith to make my stuff.
should we go pick up Thoradin at this just in then? And
I think so. I mean, we're probably headed there for to break our fast anyway.
all right,
He is there waiting for you.
All
I
right.
have arrived. There we go.
Dude, where am I even?
Fantastic.
Gareth, you joining us?
I'm coming.
It's a big pileup.
Pig pile. I would not win. The dog wins.
Yeah.
And there's nothing specific other than wanting to go, and you can take Thoradin to MC's Hammer Time if you want to show him the at least the one blacksmith that you were familiar with. Sure. I think I said there were 5 in Whitecap. Is that what I said?
Obviously, MC's Hammer Time is the best one, so we'll start there.
I don't know. Thor, do you have any ideas?
Favored.
I could probably use my perception to try and gauge the quality of this blacksmith establishment.
MC, that was where... What did you buy there, Jacob?
I don't think I bought anything. I just kind of wanted to check the place out.
You wanted to check prices and whatnot.
See what they had, because I know eventually at some point I want to do some shopping.
Right.
I thought Heidi was looking at something there.
Where?
At the blacksmith, you're looking at a weapon or something.
Oh, a scimitar, yes. That's right. And they are way out of my price range, but I'm still looking because,
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of price ranges, how difficult would it be? Because Thoradin wasn't part of the dispersal of the funds that were claimed. Now, the party did buy 2 potions of healing last game, which took 100 gold pieces out of the pool. What would be the easiest way to do that, do you think?
We
To
just
throw
throw
him
him
some funds.
Give him some monies. How much should we each?
I don't want to say just like subtract a fourth of whatever you own and give it to him. But what do you think would be fair? Like, where are you guys hovering right now as far as
We could
gold
subtract
total?
a fifth.
Are you all? If you're all roughly around the same level, then we know where we should get him to. You know what I mean?
I have 53 gold pieces and 100 silvers.
Okay.
I don't know where that is on the Roll20 sheet.
It's not on Roll20. It's on your D&D Beyond sheet.
Yeah, go to your D&D Beyond.
I don't have that open. Okay.
You should rectify that.
Rectify. I think the pink and yellow that's out on in the mudroom. Oh my God, Lily is getting me beer and Doritos.
Good
Wow.
child.
Good kid.
Oh, this is
Breakfast.
Can she walk over here to make me another gin and tonic then?
right.
So well trained.
Well, what I really want is pub mix, but I'm not going to send her to the store.
So, Erin, she house sat for us, and she may have opened multiple snacks, but there was even a snack clip on every single thing that she opened.
She's very.
Like, she was-
Fantastic.
Yeah. It
She's
was
very
pretty
careful
impressive.
at other people's houses.
Smart, 'cause I totally would. Thank you, Lily. I think we're all that way, honestly.
Good morning, Lily. Love you.
They say good morning, Lily. They love you. Good morning. You can
What
paint
child-
anytime you want to.
What child is that cheerful creature behind you?
Yeah, well, it's because there are no brothers here this weekend, so.
Yeah.
That is a good combination.
Also, we stayed up last night fairly late. I introduced her to Lie to Me because I was telling her about Tim Roth and how much
Oh, I
love him.
love that show.
Oh my God, so
I haven't
much.
watched it. I've only watched like one season. Oh, sorry, Alex. All right, let's continue with her.
No, go ahead.
We'll talk later.
I binge watched the entire series when I was in the hospital with Teddy when he had his open heart surgery at 2 months old, so it's kind of near and dear to me. But I figured, oh my gosh, she's at the right age for this, so yeah, she loves it.
I've only seen season 1, but I loved it.
Oh, so good. I love him.
Yeah. So anyhow, now that we're all beveraged up, so I do you just want to throw like 10 or 15 gold pieces?
How do we do that? Do I just add it to mine, or is there a way to actually transfer it between us? Or?
Yeah, you'll have to do it manually. They'll just subtract from
Alright.
their
So that if
D&D
we
Beyond
each throw
sheets.
if we each throw him 15, that takes it to about even, I think. Takes us down to like 40 something and him up to 45. And that accounts for the silver then too.
Is that fair for everyone?
That sounds
No,
great.
got
I
it.
mean, I'm still pulling out my stuff in D&D Beyond. I apologize.
Okay.
All right, so I just need to add 40. Is it 45 gold?
Yep.
Okay.
The potions of healing were purchased as sort of a group expense because you figured
Good
you
idea.
know, keeping people alive in the group benefits the entire group.
It is. It's
I also offered my services as a tinkerer and clock repair person.
Wait a minute, that leaves me at 15 gold.
What else did you buy other stuff?
Oh, I bought a belt. I didn't think it cost that much.
I don't think it did either. Did you forget to add
was
it
like-
last time?
It was like a gold. No, I did, but I'm concerned that I maybe hit the wrong thing when I was adding and subtracting. Or maybe most of my money is in silver?
As far as MC's hammer time goes, as far as the quality of the shop, they are a pretty good quality shop over there at MC Hammer Time.
okay. All right, so I let them know like this is pretty good wares if anybody has interest in something. So
Nice. But the price on the scimitars was like 45 gold, is that right?
25
If you go to
gold is
manage
correct.
equipment,
What's that?
manage equipment, you can look it up.
Ah, that might be where we saw it before.
so it's 25 gold. Do you need
I
it?
think
Do you want it?
Or actually, if I convert some silver here.
You can always cash in one of the gemstones that we have.
Yep.
Well, how do you feel about that, guys? Because I only have a dagger right now, and
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good purchase.
my magic stones are great, but
That's
No.
what she said.
We need your weaponry to help. Let's do it. Let's help this
Gareth,
shit.
would you mind trading in a stone for me to get a scimitar?
So we have, what, 5 stones? So I'd say we each get one, and then one we have to fight over. So
Well, we trade one in for her to get the thing, and then we each get one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're dispersing the gemstones. The types of stones, they are, in case you have a preference as to which gem that you get, there's a banded agate, 2 malachites, an obsidian, rhodochrosite. So if you...
Obsidian.
I'll take the other obsidian.
There's only one obsidian, but there's
only one? Okay.
2 malachites.
I'm fine with malachite.
Let's trade a malachite for a scimitar then.
What'd you say, Jacob?
Good to me.
I do not care which gemstone I get.
Okay. All right, so the obsidian is taken, the malachite's taken, right?
Thank you, Aaron.
That leaves the banded agate and the rhodochrosite. Aaron, I think you get one or the other.
Oh, I thought I grabbed the obsidian.
Oh, okay, that's right. You got the obsidian. Melissa got the... Which one?
Don't really care.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think I got the... She was going to have the obsidian, I think. I was going to take the malachite. That's what we did.
All right. Aaron has add 1 10 gold piece malachite to your character sheet. Melissa, you have a 10 gold piece obsidian. Heidi, do you have a preference?
I don't.
Then you get the banded agate.
Okay.
And Jacob gets the rhodochrosite, which
I am...
It's a nice one.
I will copy and paste into Roll20 so you can see how it's spelled.
The ones that they have at the museum in Denver are absolutely stunning.
I think I'm going to buy a shield.
Okay.
So I'm a small, weak person. That's 10 gold pieces, so I will subtract that from my gold stash.
All right. You actually...
Yep.
No, you did not already have one.
No,
I was trying to
don't.
think of... When I was building your tokens yesterday, I was looking at your character sheets to see what equipment you had, and you did not have a shield.
I have a fancy necklace that is my focus, but other than that...
And a warhammer, is it one-handed or two-handed?
It could be used one-handed or two-handed, but it does more damage two-handed.
That's right. Okay.
So 10 gold pieces removed for my shield.
How much more is the magic scimitar?
A lot more.
Okay.
Priced out of your range for a first-level character, or now second-level character.
I'm checking out a shield here.
I mean, adding to your naked AC, that'd be a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here.
I can basically set mine up like a tent and hide behind it. Stick it in the ground and then hide behind it and throw spells around it.
So how tall are you? 3 foot?
4 foot.
Oh, 4 foot.
I'm a tiny person.
I'm trying to think what I am. I'm not much bigger than that. I'm 3'10".
But you're like 3 times broader, I think.
Yeah, oh yes, I'm definitely that. Oh, here's the description. Yeah, I'm 3'10", but 135 pounds.
I gotta grab a book real quick. I'll be right back.
Adding it in roll 20 and it's not actually adding.
1 second.
Added in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, now that we have that.
I mean, I'm sorry, in D&D Beyond. I'm adding it in D&D Beyond, and it's not adding, even though I'm in the edit thing.
Are you trying to add gold or add equipment?
The scimitar.
You're trying to add the scimitar.
Yes.
Actually, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 scimitars in your inventory now.
Stop hoarding.
And one for each.
Stop hoarding. There's not COVID-19 here.
Ma'am, there's a limit of 1 scimitar
I was going to use it as toilet paper.
It's not toilet paper.
Ouch. Okay, apparently I need to refresh my screen so I can see that it has been added.
Oh my goodness.
And I went ahead and activated it so it'll show up in your actions now as things you can do.
Did you take off the redundant ones?
I did, yes.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
I would like to buy a shield. It says it's 10 gold. Is that the price I get it for, or can I negotiate? Or
You can attempt a negotiation. Yeah, what do you want? What skill do you want to use?
let's see here. Persuasion.
Okay.
All right, so
Not great.
no,
You're paying full retail price for that shield.
it just went up 10%.
I was gonna say that was my concern, is I'd roll low and he'd charge me more.
Yeah, really.
I would only do that to you if you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Again.
All right. So I can just add that to my inventory and reduce my price, right?
Yes, and when it's added to your inventory, there's a box on the left-hand side that you have to click on it to activate it. So so basically that means that you're actually wearing that item or using that item, rather it just being in your inventory but not using it.
Okay.
And that way it'll apply towards your armor class.
This is so cool. I'm sorry.
I love gaming like this. This is greatness.
Me too.
I haven't played in so long. It was all pencil and paper. So like this whole live sheet is just amazing to me.
Yeah, it's great.
So a simple +1 magic weapon, you would be looking at, let's see.
I'm going to go grab a beer. I'll be right back. I don't have a child to bring me one.
Okay.
I still think it's worth it.
I've seen people train their dogs to bring them beers.
They get, well, that's true. But
Magnus
this way he
isn't
gets
smart
exercise
enough, and Jezebel
quiet.
isn't tall enough.
And Jezebel doesn't care enough, probably.
What if they worked together?
I told you I used to have her trained to close the door, because in my apartment in Philly, my roommate's cat would open the door
Oh
and
my.
then not be polite enough to close it. It took about 20 minutes, and I could just snap my fingers and say, go close the door, and she'd walk across the room, jump up on her hind legs, and push the door shut.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Very intelligent corgi.
a basic, a +1 weapon would cost someone anywhere between 100 and 500 gold pieces.
God damn. What are my Ray-Bans worth?
Your Ray-Bans are worth 2 copper because they only work with you.
So you're saying I got them on the street side in New York City?
The glasses chose you. You woke up one morning and they were just on. You have no idea where they came from, what their origins
questions.
were. Yeah, you just accept the Ray-Bans. All right, so after your spending spree, maybe grab some lunch at some point, spend the day wandering around town before it starts getting close to the start of the reception. Now, he had given you, when he gave you the invitation, he also, actually, no, I don't think he needed to do that. So no, you just have sort of a verbal invitation that you're taking with you to the manor, and once time gets to be moving closer to 7 o'clock, you start heading towards the manor. Now, they have these really tall torches lit on the approach to the gate to the manor home, and there in the front of the gate there are guards wearing the white cap colors of red and gray with it's like a tree that's curled around in the shape of a horn, and that's the symbol of white cap. And they're checking names off a list as people arrive. Some people are arriving by carriage, horseback, some people on foot, and they're checking names and letting people in. And you also see...
Are you setting it on fire?
Ah! The manor's on fire!
Were we allowed to bring our weaponry?
It would be considered bad form to be carrying
that's what I
anything
thought.
larger than a dagger or a walking stick on something like this. If it was like an ornamental sword and it was part of like a dress uniform, that would be one thing. But yeah, walking in here fully geared.
Who's crunching?
That's I said the gnome.
Maybe
Okay.
Heidi. Heidi, were you crunching?
Oh my gosh, it's me, probably.
Yep.
Shit! All right, I'll mute myself when I have a chip.
Just swallow them whole. Yeah, don't even
Oh, I can
chew.
do
Just toss it in and.
I bet you can.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa. So about
I
that
don't know if
fire.
you've been warned about us, Aaron, but when Heidi and I get together, it gets bad.
Very bad. Or good.
Depends, yeah.
So, lit by the fires raging in the outer walls of the manor, you can also see off to one side, and you know that this is a place that they typically would post stuff like this, but there are a series of very tall pikes that have been embedded into the ground in a short row, and Typically, they would put the heads on these pikes of criminals that had been punished for wrongdoing, and you see that on the outside pike there is a fresh head stapled to it.
Stapled?
Well, impaled on it.
Hella staples.
That's not the best fish I've ever drawn.
That's a fish?
And it's the guy that wanted to hire us.
Why are you drawing a fish?
Because you said pikes.
Okay.
Head stapled pike. I love it.
Okay. I guess I can, if I squint and I look like behind me, I can kind of see it.
Listen.
And you approach the soldiers, and he looks at you, and
I look at
what do you say to him? What do you say to him?
Yo.
So wait. Is it Ramos or McGough that's on the pike?
I don't know. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Can I investigate it? Can I investigate the fish?
You can't really get up to it.
Hell out of it.
You really did, and here, let's do it like this. Keep it all secret.
It looks like you're whispering to all of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Hey guys, I say under my breath, that's McGough up there.
Is that the guy that we were supposed to meet?
No, it's the one that was supposed to be watching the princess that left her in the woods.
That's good then.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That makes me feel happy.
Okay.
The right head is on the pike, but I think we need more information.
I give
The
him a
right head,
thumbs
he
up.
had two heads.
Yeah. So the soldier's still standing there waiting for... Yes, you are?
We're here for the dinner.
Right, and your names, please.
Thoradin, Stonefiend, Lux, Thoradin, and Gareth. At your service.
He makes a couple of marks on his paper and then nods and waves you in through the gate where you are brought to the front door of the manor and then through to a large banquet hall where the herald announces you, the four of you, and oh my God, what are you doing here? That's it. I'm turning off all drawing privileges. Is that a glob of ice cream on the fish's head? I can't even tell what that is.
It was the head stapled to the pike.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's the head. So the X's
Stapled
are
to
his
the pike.
eyeballs.
Yes.
Gotcha, because he's dead, and because that's people's eyes turn into X's.
My drawings have all been appropriate.
Hey, don't.
I haven't abused it.
Have Teddy's talents.
I think my favorite thing that Teddy does when he's drawing is that he'll hold up his fingers like a painter to get, the size.
Square it up.
To square it up. I don't even know where he picked that up and figured out that was a thing that artists do, but...
Mr. Harris. He picked it up from Mr. Harris.
Oh, yeah?
They
Okay.
had an exception. I was going to say have, but they had an exceptional archer at Orchard Park.
Okay. Well, the dinner reception finally, everyone finally arrives. There are about 26 attendees or so, mostly guild representatives and noble houses in Whitecap, along with a group of military leaders from the kingdom of Delafran, specifically from Cyranor, their capital city, and they're noted for their they wear these dark green and yellow livery with pointed helms. The first part of the banquet begins, which is basically hobnobbing, mostly standing around, listening to the performers. They have
Finny is back towards a wall with her clamped down, with a conscious effort to keep her ears kind of out to the sides so that she doesn't look challenging or engaged. This is not her happy place at all.
I dance a jig.
on a table.
No, I'm not quite there yet. I haven't had enough gin.
I assume I probably see a lot of people I know.
You do, including your parents are also there in the banquet.
What is more fun than a party with your parents?
There you go.
Exactly.
Not much.
I lower my Ray-Bans and wink at Gareth's parents just to, be that person.
I kind of give the friendly nod to, I'm trying to, even though I really don't want to be hanging out with all these people, I'm just, trying to be friendly, so I nod and say hello to the guild members that I know.
You do recognize a few faces.
I'm standing with Finn, just drinking beer or mead if I can find that.
You can definitely. It's a lot of different wines, but there is at least one type of ale that you can dip into. And
at 4 feet tall, it's easy to get through the crowd for your drink.
Yeah. Plus, he's like as wide as a dwarf. One would say, wink. Wide as a dwarf. That's what Granddaddy used to say.
The old classic saying.
Yeah.
Are there any other gnolls here at all?
No, you're the only one.
Yeah, no, I don't even want a dish of water because I don't want to be lapping.
I go and get Finn a drink.
I hold it in my hand, so my hand has something to do, but I feel self-conscious about lapping.
There are some looks your way, only because it's not often that one sees a gnoll at the royal court. Not only either in a banquet or just there for some other reason. They don't typically. This isn't a place that they typically hang. So yeah, you definitely no hateful stares, but definitely some curiosity of, oh, there's a gnoll. Oh, I don't really see them very often. Interesting.
I do have an eye out for the princess.
She is not present yet, nor is the Duchess. Typically in these functions, there'll be some general hobnobbing first, and then the hosts will arrive, and then dinner will begin. So you expect that this is going to follow the same sort of playbook. Jacob, there are a variety of guilds in Whitecap. The largest of the merchant guilds, they pretty much run the show it's because of the merchant guild that supplies kind of come in and out for the craftsmen to be able to make the things that they make and sell the things that they sell. So they're sort of the gatekeepers. The guild is called the House of the Pure, and their representative is definitely here. It's a woman. Her name is Morgia Radis, and she is present here at this banquet. And some of the other craft guilds are also present. Most of them, in fact, the Tullamore, the Smallware, the Council of Green Street, Antient Lodge. There you see sort of representatives from each of these guilds present in the manor at this party.
What about the Lollipop Guild?
No Lollipop Guilds. No. The Lollipop
Aren't
Guild...
they kind of represented by our party?
They were big back in the day.
I'm a gnome, all right?
They were huge back in the day, but unless there is anything specific, are you just going to sort of hang with yourselves during this reception period in your own group?
The side of this wall
being small and somewhat inconspicuous, I start just, wandering around to see if there's anything I can pick up or hear.
Sure.
Not particularly noticeable.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
You are going to make a great rogue.
I'm just pretty determined to make sure that my ale never is empty.
That's easy to do. Open bar.
I'm just doing some general hobnobbing, I don't want to, even though I don't agree with a lot of things my parents do, I don't want to reflect poorly on them. So I'm not really holding any long conversations, but just, kind of going through doing what a politician would do, saying hi to the people that he needs to say hi to and moving on.
Gotcha.
Is there
that shit's exhausting.
Open roof or any plants in here?
There are some plants. It's not an open roof. It's an enclosed room. But yeah, there are some awesome potted plants.
Okay.
What was
I'm sort of sending out, astral feelers towards the plants to just have a sense of self and sense of place.
Okay.
As I stand there holding up the wall.
So she
Okay.
literally wants to be a wallflower.
Yeah, I was scared she was going to lift a leg on the plant, so I was.
Lux, as you wander around, you kind of pick up little tidbits of conversations here and there. The overall topics that you sort of pick up on are kind of 4 different areas. There's a lot of talk about the strength and necessity of the merchant and the craft guilds and how business is doing and that sort of thing. There's a lot of talk about the continued threat from the tribes to the north. There's a fair amount of talk about a food shortage happening in Whitecap. And waiting for the dogs.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Who are they barking at?
All right.
I can hear you very well over them.
Okay.
Hey, get.
Geet
Please continue. So food shortage and
and recently, Katona, the princess, has been betrothed to a nobleman from Delafran, which is the kingdom on the other side of the lake. His name is Duke Naden Dell, and apparently they have been betrothed recently. And so just the discussion about what that's going to mean, on the political side, and
Will there be an influx of TP? That's what we all want to know.
An
Is this
influx
the
of-
group that used to historically raid this area? Is that the people that would historically come over and raid, and now we've kind of made peace?
No. Well, yes. I mean, the relations between Delafran and Taran used to be bad, but they've gotten much better as of late. And this is just one more step to sort of solidifying that partnership between the two kingdoms.
I think with my history, I wouldn't have a lot of trust for those folks then. So I'm always a little cautious with them.
Honestly, being a dwarf, your biggest sense of distrust would be less with Delafran and more with Taran, which is this kingdom, because the dwarves and Taran were at war for a long time. They're not currently. They finally sort of figured out a peace between them. But there's a fair amount of bad blood. For you as the character, I don't know if that would filter down into hating every person from Taran or just those in charge,
So is anyone here looking at him funny?
No, and there are 2 other dwarves in attendance as well. So
Any lady dwarves? I guess I shouldn't assume your preference. I apologize.
let's see. There is one's a male, and the other is nope, they're both males. Sorry.
All right.
I could.
I still might go over and talk, and I might go over, work my way over, just to small talk them, find out where they're from at least.
The 2 dwarves that you talk to are both members of the Cruciatus.
Oh.
I haven't decided how I'm going to pronounce that yet. But the Cruciatus, which is the blacksmith and metalworker guild in Whitecap. And you guys talk shop for a little bit.
Cool. All right.
They both seem pretty one seems really kind of curious and nice and really kind of is really good at communication. The other one is a little bit more haughty and a little bit more not quite as talkative or friendly, but the one particularly is quite the conversationalist. So you have a nice little chat with the dwarves. After the hobnob section of the evening sort of passes by, then it gets into the dinner portion. The Duchess is announced, and she enters in with the Princess Katona, and they come up to, oh, you know what? I forgot I had a page for this. Prepare to switch pages.
Preparing.
Woo! Perfect.
Oh, wait, I got to get your figures
Does
on
the
here.
carpet match the drapes?
You don't know. Throw some tokens on the board for you guys.
Yeah, see the drapes on the wall? They do kind of match.
Figure. And Lux. Although I don't really need the tokens on the board, but...
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
Here's some wall over here. I'm going to hover. Of course, that's next to the high table.
Turn that down a little bit. And so then once the Duchess and the Princess are seated at the main table, everyone else sort of takes their seats. Your group is sitting kind of on the far end of one of the tables, of one of the side tables, and I'm assuming you guys are all sitting together.
I would think so, yes.
And
unless Gareth's going to sit with his fancy friends.
No,
Yeah,
I will.
you sit with your folks or with us?
No,
I'm sitting with you.
No judgment.
I'm gonna sit with I'm not sitting with the dwarves.
the Duchess, actually, I have a photo for her.
I sort of crouch on the floor, so I'm kind of sitting like a dog sits, so I'm the same height as everybody else in their chairs. But I don't stick out quite so much.
Oh, that's cute and sad at the same time. And the dinner consists of pork dumplings with sage and an assortment of onions and asparagus. So you guys are going to be smelling great when you leave here.
Can I roll to see if I have the gene that makes asparagus make my pee smell funny?
Sure.
All right. What kind of roll is that? Just a straight up?
Give me a percentage roll.
How do I...
If you go to PC Dice...
Most people do have it, so...
Well, but that's only in real human world. This is a fantasy world, which could be completely different.
Could be. It could make some of us pee like glowing violet. That'd be fun.
So if you select your token, you'll get a PC Dice button option up at the top left-hand corner.
Yes.
And then the D100 is the percentage dice.
All right.
You do have that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna stank.
Excellent.
Excellent. Dinner proceeds pretty much as you would expect, and after the meal is complete, it moves on to the entertainment portion of the evening, where sort of everyone still stays seated, and the entertainers kind of come out into the center portion of the room to do their stuff. They have some fire dancers. No, I need to go to the GM info overlay, and I need to move this to the token layer so you can see a picture of fire dancers. And then after the fire dancers have completed, they have some swordsmanship displays where soldiers sort of do some sparring.
I really like that part.
Oh, the painting on the top?
No, the sword fighting display. I like that. I like to sit up straight and really pay attention.
Oh.
Yep. You might even cheer a little bit.
Hurrah!
I occasionally sneak a mage hand in there to trip the person I don't like during their swordplay.
Now, mage hand is not it's not invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So
I mean, it's
would.
crowded.
It's not crowded. I mean, everyone is watching the guys fight. It's sort of cleared out in the center there.
All right.
So it's
I
basically
shouldn't do that then.
probably not a good idea.
Vinny talks me out of it.
Yeah, Finney's like, it's the gin talking, don't. It's.
So after the party, actually I jumped ahead a little bit, but so yeah, the entertainment is fine. Everyone is still seated, drinking. Things are getting a little bit looser, but not crazy or anything. These are people that do this all the time, so they manage to maintain a certain level of decorum. And then as the energy starts to wane, and then people start leaving, and a herald approaches you and says that they can show you to the exit. And throughout the dinner, the princess was sort of giving you the eye from time to time, and giving you a smile, and little waves from under the table and whatnot. Just your presence was acknowledged by the princess. At least the Duchess was pretty much in work mode, and she was regal and observant, but not overly talkative or anything like that. And yeah, so the reception concludes, and you exit the manor and start moving through the city. Where would you like to head?
So we don't meet with her at all? She doesn't talk to us?
No, the Duchess does not talk to you, and you do not meet her.
And
Seems like a
what about
waste
the
of time.
princess? Was I ever able to catch her eye?
Oh, I just said actually that the princess was acknowledging you during the evening after they had come in for the dinner and the entertainment part. She would catch your eye from time to time and give you a little smile or a little wave. But yeah, so the princess did take note of your presence and said hello as best as she was able to.
Are we able to talk to anybody and get any kind of information on what's going on here?
It's certainly possible. You had lots of opportunity to talk to people, yeah.
What's up with the head on the wall? Did I have asked someone I guess just generally at dinner, is there conversation? I mean, I heard people discussing threat from the northern tribe. Could I have gotten more information on that?
It's possible, yeah.
All right, what would I roll for that?
What sort of information were you looking for?
How serious the threat is? Have there been attacks or infiltrations?
How are you going to approach getting the information out of
I
people?
shouldn't be the one doing that. I'm not very charismatic.
Or you absolutely should be the one doing that. Is it just going to be just a general sort of...
I guess I could talk to I doubt there's any other gnome people here.
There were...
So do the dwarves know? Because I speak Dwarvish.
Like, do they know who the person was whose head was on the pike?
No, do they know anything about the threat from the northern tribes?
Oh, northern tribes. Not really. The northern tribes are something that the entire city knows about because there's been, although outright war has not been declared with the northern tribes, there's definitely been sort of a push and pull situation where Taran gains a little bit of land and then they lose a little bit of land, but it's mostly just skirmishes and that sort of thing right now. But the incursions from the north have been increasing as of late, and so that's why there's some military from Delafran, for example, stationed here in Whitecap, and that's why their representatives are at this reception. And
Gareth,
so it's...
Can Gareth question someone about the head on the pike? He's a little more connected than we are.
Yeah, if he wishes to, sure.
Yeah. Do I know any of the guild members that are more into gossip and that sort of thing?
Well, sure. You could pick out a person or two who...
Good gossip, yeah.
I pick out the person who always has, the tea on everyone.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll your skill of choice that you want to use to try to get information out, whether it's persuasion or performance or intimidation or deception.
Probably going to do persuasion on this one.
You feel like you're in the zone, man. You're Mr. Charisma tonight, and you do get a name. It is who you thought it was, or at least who Finney thought it was. It is Magath, also known as Magoth. And people don't know exactly what he was charged with, other than a sort of a general betrayal of the crown criminal charge. But he was beheaded rather unceremoniously the day before, and the only thing that was known about him was that he was on the guard over the last year, 8 or 9 months, and beyond that they don't really know exactly what he did.
Is there a way I can kind of fish out if anyone has, or if this person or anyone else has heard any gossip about the princess going missing, or if that's just kind of a thing that only we know? But I don't want to, play my cards and kind of let them know that that's what I'm looking for.
You're going to be using another persuasion check. And what specific information are you trying to get? Like, if you just want to get a sense if people know about the disappearance?
Yes. Without saying, like, hey, have you heard anything about her disappearance?
Okay. Go ahead and make another persuasion check. You get a sense that people know about the princesses, that the princess, she likes going off on her own from time to time. They think it's a horrible idea for her to do it, and they wish that she was a little bit more controlled, and they feel like this betrothal to the Duke from Delafran will kind of help that a bit once she's properly married, and she goes off to live with her new husband and starts having a family. That'll kind of help rein her in a little bit, because she's not like, they don't see her as being out of control, as far as they think that she has potential. She's not a lost cause.
What do we know about the Duke?
Not a whole lot. You know that he's the brother of the king. He lives in Delafran, and that the wedding is going to happen in Delafran, and outside of that, you don't know much.
Okay, so we don't know if he has any enemies, or...
You don't. Go ahead and give me one more persuasion check just to see how your hobnobbing continues.
I'm just kind of right now talking out loud, so the rest of the party can hear my thoughts.
If this is a direction that you're trying to steer conversations that you're having, you don't get a strong sense. I wonder why that one didn't roll 2d20.
Because the earlier ones I was doing through Roll20, and then I remember that the plugin you had me put for D&D Beyond.
Gotcha.
So I started doing that.
Gotcha.
So that's 100% user.
You don't get any sense that there's any suspicions of the Duke having any sort of ill intent towards this marriage. He's older, but that's not uncommon. I mean, he's 29. He's.
Shoo. Does he have any teeth left?
So he is older, but that's certainly not uncommon for younger brides. It feels very. The wedding is generally supported. It's seen as a good thing, and there's no blatant suspicion of the Duke or what might happen as a result of this union.
When we saved the princess, did she tell us who her captors were?
They were the tribe was called the Padoga. They were just one of the northern tribes. The northern people in the territories to the north that have been sort of pushing back and forth against the borders of Taran. That pushing has become more insistent as of late. More of them, greater numbers, that sort of thing, becoming a little bit more daring. The only thing that isn't known is why they did it. You don't know if
targeted, or she just was the wrong place at the wrong time and got captured, or they felt like they went for her.
That's one thing that it felt like to her that they were there waiting for her. Okay. It wasn't just like, hey, we're walking along and oh my God, we're surprised someone's here. It was
gotcha. Okay.
It seemed more like a planned thing. All right, anything else?
No, I think
everyone happy with bellies full of pork dumplings?
The occasional lick of meat or whatever I've got in my drink that Lex got me. I try to surreptitiously, I tried to get one report.
As you're moving through down the street, after you've left the manor, it's nighttime, dark, torches, lights from windows, sort of the distant sounds of the lakefront. Down an alley off to your right, you hear a crash of debris and what sounds like a struggle and a call for help.
All right.
I think we should check this out.
Yeah, I'll investigate that.
At this point, do we have any of our weapons?
You have anything larger than a dagger or a quarterstaff you would not have brought with you on this, so you would not have like your main long sword, unless, like I said, unless it was part of like some sort of ceremonial dress, like military uniform, that sort of thing.
So I do have my dagger, but not my scimitar.
I got my quarterstaff and my magic.
I had 2 magic rocks. I pick up a third rock that looked... Can our traveling order still be Thoradin, then Gareth? Is this a good time for me to take a bio break?
Sure. Does anyone need? Why don't we just take?
I mean,
we'll take a quick 5 or 10,
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Love that.
and then we'll
Refresh some
we'll
things.
see what's happening.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
And now, boys and girls, here is what you get when you join the Secret Squadron. This membership card with your very own Secret Squadron number, this official Secret Squadron manual, and this combination badge and decoder. Look, here's how the decoder works. I'll give you a 2-word clue, and the second word is in our secret code. The first word is watch. Now, here is the secret code word. Write down these numbers: 17, 3, 20. Now, set your secret decoder like this for code A3. Then decode this important clue to next week's adventure. If you don't have your decoder badge, here's how you can get one for your very own. First, get a jar of the official Secret Squadron drink, delicious chocolate-flavored Ovaltine, the food drink for rocket power. Then cut out the wax paper disc that covers the Ovaltine jar. And send that disc with your name, your address, to me, Captain Midnight, Box P, Chicago 77, Illinois. That's all. Send no money. It's free to every boy and girl who joins the Secret Squadron. And when you receive your secret decoder badge, membership card with your very own Secret Squadron number, and 12-page manual, you'll be a full-fledged member. Remember, get your Ovaltine, the food drink for rocket power. Hot or cold, it's got what it takes to help you be a leader in your gang. So every day, drink instant Ovaltine.
When this dead hand moves, the monster created by a man they called Mad is turned loose to strike terror into the hearts of men. To shock women into uncontrolled hysteria. To prey upon the innocence of children. This is the story you've heard about, talked about. The spine-tingling, blood-chilling story that stunned your emotions. Frankenstein. Don't touch that!
So you see down this alleyway, and there are a couple of, shop and storefronts, assortment of different crates and burlap sacks and along the walls. And down this alleyway to the right-hand side of it, right around here, you see a man sitting on a crate, sort of leaned back one foot, sort of flipping kind of lazily back and forth up into the air, and he's looking this direction down the alleyway in front of him.
You say lazily, so he does not look alarmed or anything like that, just checking it out?
Yes.
Okay, but he's looking in the direction of the noise.
Correct.
And he's down towards the numbers? Okay.
Numbers?
Our cards are inspiration in that.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you not see him?
No.
He's at the T intersection.
Oh, she's not around the corner, so she can't
Yeah,
see
I'm
him.
kind of hanging back, so I can't see him.
All right, so Thoradin, what would you like to do? Aaron, that's you.
Do we have Aaron?
Oh, I'm talking. I'm just mutated, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, mutated.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, really. So, so obviously we heard something, so, I'm trying to pay attention, but I'm actually, I'm moving at a steady pace, down towards, I'm trying to make my way to like around in there, but I'm just moving, slowly walking, trying to be observant of what's happening. Watching this guy, because if he seems not alarmed to me, then either he's completely clueless or everything's okay, or he's approving of what's happening around the corner. So I'm trying to just kind of keep an eye on him.
Okay.
So
and
anyway, you can say I moved up a little bit. Yeah, I didn't know how far to take it. So.
And when Thoradin gets to this point, is the rest of the group doing? Are you keeping up with them? Are you hanging back?
I'm kind of hanging back.
I'm kind of keeping up.
Hanging back's more my MO.
Finny, what about you?
I'm right behind Gareth. I wouldn't say right behind him. I'm about 10 feet behind Gareth.
Okay.
Kind of peek around
And
the corner.
I have my magic stones at the ready. But I'm trying to look casual. My fur's all casual, like.
When you get to when Thoradin advances to where he is right now, the guy sitting on the crate kind of slowly looks to his left towards you guys and says, "It's about time," and kind of swings up off of the crate onto the ground. At about the same time that he does that, from in front of you and also behind you, some additional men come out from around the corners, and this man here calls out in the same fashion for help that you had heard from the street, with sort of a smarmy, smartass look on his face. And they all draw a variety of weapons. I need you to roll initiative, or I'm going to roll initiative for you.
Side of my lip goes up.
Because now it's a fight.
Yay! Did you kind of just randomly do that for us?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, you did? You rolled for us?
Well,
Well, dude,
roll 20
okay.
rolled for you. I just clicked a button.
We're in opposite order there? That sucks. Okay.
Well, I'm kind of hanging back here so I could see that I saw I could have seen the thugs coming up from behind.
Yes, you definitely saw them.
Not into that whole rushing in shit. It's not my style.
And it is Lux's turn. What would you like to do?
If I throw my bag of tricks, does that count as my action?
Using
my bag.
You don't want to throw the whole bag. You just reach in and take an animal out of it. You just throw your bag to them. Take it.
No, yeah. So that's something that I use 3 times and then it recharges, right? I don't lose it.
Correct.
Does it count as an action to throw the bag of tricks now, or is that a bonus action?
To use and you have it in your equipment. Let's see. Equipment, bag of tricks. Send this information to roll 20. Whoa. All right, that was not formatted well. It's use an action, so it's considered an action to use the bag.
And we have the gray one, right? So that's the first.
Correct.
Do I have, is talking to them? Talking to them in action?
You can say a quick phrase for free. Anything longer than that would be considered your action, yeah.
I was gonna yell, do they really want to do this?
Oh, we really want to do this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hold off on my bag.
Really want to do this?
We really want to do this. 5
All right,
reallys.
So I'm just, since they really seem really stupid, I'm gonna firebolt that bandit and then take a step back to kind of hide myself a little bit better. So
the bandit coming from behind?
Yeah.
Okay. The firebolt goes slightly wide and to the left, and it spirals back into a stone wall back there and just sort of kind of bursts into sparks and then fizzles out.
He's had his warning.
Warning shot across the bow.
Which is a shame because I rolled a 10 for damage.
So that's a really good damage roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
either of your inspiration cards good for a reroll of any kind, or anything you can use to help? Mistaken identity
Thanks for the
and
inspiration card
leadership. No, neither one of them will help you in this instance. All right, so unfortunately that missed, and you're going to pretty much stay in that same square.
Well, I'm kind of. Why is this inspiration thing still up?
Wait,
I'm
do we
kind
already
of
see
in the
bandits
shadows
behind
here,
us? Oh shit.
so they can probably see me, but the other ones can't. Or I
Gotcha.
can see them, and I can't see the others. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of laying low and making myself a small target. So I'm not. Yeah.
You're not in a direct line of sight with the ones in front.
I imagine that everyone else knows they're back there now that I've basically lit the alleyway up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can glance back and they see the two coming around the corner and then see your firebolt go screaming past into the wall.
I thought you were just aiming at a cat or something.
As one does.
All right, so the bandit up front just strides with a bit of cockiness up towards Thoradin and says, "Look, just hand over anything you got and no one needs to get hurt." And at the same time, he throws a punch at you.
Okay.
He does have a weapon, but he's holding it in his offhand right now, so he's not actually swinging his sword.
Okay. So he's just throwing a punch.
Yeah, he's just going to do an unarmed attack.
Yeah. All right.
Dummy.
Yeah. I'm going to say, what did he say? So no one gets hurt, and I say I'm fine if you get hurt.
I'm fine with a little pain.
And I'm gonna work at dodging or sucking up his hit.
Let's see how.
Now, do I
rolls.
get he moved into my space? Does that give me attack of opportunity or anything like that?
No, that's only if someone leaves your
Leaves my area. Okay.
Right.
They have to be running away.
Okay.
And yeah, they have to not be using full defense, and you have to have a reaction available to be able to do an attack of opportunity.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So he rolled a 14. Now, what is your AC without your? Actually, no, you should be fine. You're 17.
I'm a 17 without my shield. Yes.
All right, so you easily just sort of duck under his swing, and it just connects with nothing but air.
Yeah.
This other bandit moves up to help his buddy, and he is also going to take a swing. And he also missed with a 13, so you ducked and then sidestepped.
Yeah, I'm going to crick my neck to the side and just laugh.
Nice.
I'm just going to twitch one ear to my shoulder, look at him and laugh.
Crack, crack. Yep.
All right, Finny, you're up.
Get him, Finny.
Okay. I'm going to cast Entanglement on these two behind us.
Excellent.
All right, let me see if I got an icon for that. Ooh, there's an animated one, but it costs money. Darn it. Looks sweet, though. Nope, I'll just have to use one of mine. So let's see. My library. And what's the area of effect for the
20
entangle?
square feet.
You want to put it there? Is that all right?
That's perfect.
All right, and so they need to make
Is it strength, I think?
strength saving throw.
I'm
Let's
learning.
start with the
11.
bandit. Strength save. He got a 16. So what is your DC?
13.
13, okay. So the bandit made his roll, and the thug, let's see how he does.
Damn.
Nope, he only got a 3.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the 18 there.
So the thug is entangled, and that is, he is restrained. So let me put a restrained status on him. Restrained. All right, so he is marked. And
so the
so
bandit only has difficult terrain. That's all that's going on with him.
okay. And that is not a concentration, and it lasts for it is concentration up to 1 minute.
Yep.
So Finny, you are concentrating, so I'm going to put a marker on you to show that you're
Okay.
concentrating on a spell.
All right, and I'm going to just move over to the side a little bit between Lux and the advancing bandits.
Okay. All right. Is that it for you?
Yep, I got my stones in one hand and my dagger in the other. Which
Oh, why did it put
sounds
those in?
Yeah, that sounds. No.
That sounds
Sure.
about right to me.
Sure.
I should be down a dark alley, I think.
Why are you bubbling?
That's Alex
Why?
probably bubbling.
Okay.
On that.
Yeah, that's me concentrating.
That's her
I'm
concentrating.
So hard
Okay.
that bubbles are coming out of me.
That's the asparagus.
Nice.
Yep. that's
Coming to
right.
play.
Okay, my turn.
Yes, Gareth, you're up.
And I'm going to come up here, and I guess I'm going to hit this boy right here as hard as I can with my long sword.
Oh, he's going for the kill. Are you going for a kill or subdual?
I'm going to try to knock him out with it.
Okay. As soon as I remember how to do it, I'm going to set up roll 20 to where when you make an attack, you'll select the target, and then when you make the roll, it'll tell you automatically whether it was a hit or a miss. And it'll automatically take the damage points off of the thing that you attacked. I don't have it set right now. That was a thing that was broken over the last 2 years, but I need to fix it. So that's a big hit.
17 to hit.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep,
And I did it. Actually, I guess I could be doing it two-handed if I don't have a shield.
that's true. So you switch into two hands.
I
In
mean,
this
yeah, I guess
instance,
I might-
though, it doesn't matter much because it was enough to completely knock him unconscious. So
Okay.
you connect right with the side of his head with the pommel of your sword, and he just spins and collapses onto the ground.
Does he have a shield or anything that I could take?
He does not have a shield. He was carrying a scimitar, and he has a light crossbow at his belt.
Grab him.
I can't. It's not my turn. Or that would be an action to grab them, right?
It would be, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah.
Finn should grab that scimitar then. She wanted one anyhow.
She could run up and get it, yeah. And then I'm just going to kind of like flex a little bit.
Why are you spewing green stuff out? Is it because of the green dot I put on you? Let's change it to blue.
Is she
see what
poisoned or
happens.
something? Is that what it thinks?
No, blue made it stop. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe it just automatically applied it with the green dot. Okay, so he's unconscious, dropped his weapons, and Gareth, is that it for you?
I think that's all I can do. I'm not going to move away because I don't want other bandit to get an attack of opportunity.
All right. So the thug trapped in the entangle is up. He is going to takes out a crossbow, and he aims it at Finny, who just cast the spell on them. With an enraged look on his face.
Wait, if he's restrained, he can actually use a crossbow?
Yeah, he just can't move. His
So his
movement
arms
is
aren't
reduced to
restrained by the
0.
entanglement?
Not by this particular spell. No, that's not part of the effects.
Doesn't
Anyone
he have,
who is
like,
entangled.
disadvantage on the attack, though?
I don't think so. So
Creature's
to be
attack rolls have
restrained.
disadvantage.
Where do you
Yeah,
see
he
that?
had to roll.
Hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Take your foot off the gas. It's all good. So I'm reading the description. A creature in the area, when you cast a spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Creatures' attack rolls have disadvantage. Yep, right there. Okay. And
Although that doesn't matter 'cause
disadvantage.
it's still the same, but...
Disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Either way, it was a miss, but yeah, he found it. It was a struggle to try to pull his arms up with the crossbow because of the vines pulling on him, but he managed to get a shot off, but it just went crazy wild, like almost straight up into the air over the rooftop of the house that you're standing under. The bandit next to him kind of kicks and pushes his way through the vines and works his way to that position, and he takes out his light crossbow and also shoots at Finny. It's a Finny fest. Woo woo! And I'm pretty sure that was a hit.
I think you're probably right.
16, normally 11. So the bolt connects with
Yeah, my
Finny,
armor's only 11.
and it does 1d8 plus 1.
Ugh.
So let's see, 8. Actually, I'll use the player's dice for this. 8. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 5 points of damage. I'll go ahead and take it off of your token.
Thanks so much.
The blood
Ooh,
just
I'm
sprayed out of me?
doubting blood. Wow. Nice effect there.
You're nearly half dead now, so...
I like to think of it as half
Otherwise I'd
alive.
show you.
Don't worry, we have healing potions available now.
Thank goodness.
Down at the other end of the alleyway, the thug, the more brutish thug, comes around, also holding a heavy crossbow, and he levels it at Gareth and takes a shot. And pretty sure that's a hit.
That's going to hit. I have no armor or a shield.
So the bolt
Basically
funks into you.
I am basically
This is 1d10 damage.
Wow.
And that's a solid hit. So that was 8 points.
naked. Okay.
Oof.
Then he sort of tosses the crossbow to the side, and you see him pull a mace off of his belt and sort of heft it up and gives you one of the, raises his hand and looks at you and then tells you to come forward, one of those matrix things.
Now, this mace you speak of, that's what grows on the outside of nutmeg, right? He's going to season him?
No. This is the
No,
like
I'm
the
kidding, I'm
the
kidding.
canister
I'm kidding.
that police carry, the can of
Oh,
the
mace, right.
irritant. Yeah.
Yes. Capsaicin.
All right, Thoradin, it's back to you. Or actually, it's to you because you haven't had a chance to go yet. So.
Right, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take out my hand axe and hit the guy right here in front of me. Actually, I want to rage. So I probably gotta tell you that first.
I would like to rage.
So that guy is the machine.
All right, Thoradin is raging now.
Oh, that's terrible. I love it.
There's just a spew of rage coming out of your butt.
I see that.
Just a fountain of rage, just spraying out of you.
So
That's
now I
rage?
need-
That looks a lot like blood.
The two are very closely entwined.
Hey, Lily, now you can look at this one.
Once a month, I can relate to that.
Oh,
You rage out the other direction.
Can't see what is going on.
That's his
Ah,
character.
Lily.
That's-
all right. So now I just need to roll to attack.
Yes. Yeah, you can do that from D&D Beyond. Perfect. Oh, crit!
That's what I'm talking about.
And you
Nice.
thought
Smash him.
you wasted your 20-sided.
Oh, I'm gonna throw this guy like I did that dog.
So the dog was your fault. Mm-hmm.
What? There was a dog on my neck. Okay, I wasn't feeling very humane. Besides, that's not my character. He's rage. He wants
Can't
to
be held
fight.
accountable for that.
He wants to fight.
And the hand axes are slashing weapons, right?
Let's see here. Affirmative.
No, we don't accept that. Just wanted to see what that would do. All right, so you did a total of 9 points of damage. Your crit roll wasn't great. It was only a 2, so that 7 plus 2 is 9.
That's it. And I mean, I just want to make sure I'm understanding this right. So my rage gives my melee damage plus 2, right, to strength weapons.
So that was 11 points, because I don't think it added that plus 2 in. So that was enough.
Yeah, baby.
Kapow.
So you just swing your axe around and you catch him in the side of the neck, and he just chokes and falls. And you sort of yoink the axe out, and he falls, sort of
Yep.
convulsing and bleeding onto the ground.
And now I look to the thug behind him, and I motion for him to come to me.
No, you. And for the next hour and a half, you two are just standing there motioning to each other.
Just waving.
No, you come here. No, you come here.
No, you. After you. After you.
Group thought: Do I waste a bag of tricks drop, or do I try and fireball his face again? All right, let's try and fireball. How long does your enchantment of entanglement work, Heidi?
It works for a minute.
All right, so he'll be restrained for a while.
Yeah.
Unless he breaks free.
Break free.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets to try that each time?
Yes,
He can
each
try
round.
it if he wants to.
Or shoot with his crossbow, apparently. Oh.
That's true. He has a crossbow. He's so we'll hold off on the bag of tricks this time because I think it's more useful for me to actually do something. We have 2 of them out of the game already, right?
Correct.
Yep.
So we're down to how many? I can't see everyone. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, right.
You can zoom out in the top right-hand corner. There's a zoom tool, so you can.
Yeah, but my vision,
But it's dark because she's not around the corner.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. So
there's
you know.
So you wouldn't know.
direction left. Or, no,
You-
2 to the north and 1 to the south.
Yeah, you don't
All right,
know
so we're down to
exactly
3.
what the situation is down the alley to the south. All you know is that the bandit is approaching, and the thug is entangled back there.
Yeah, you probably feel like it's not going so well because your 2 guys are still there. We've
Yeah.
knocked out 2/3 of ours, but you probably don't see that.
I still think I'd rather take an assault chance. So I'm gonna try the thug since he has disadvantage anyhow. So that means I have advantage.
You get
I firebolt him?
advantage on attacks against him. Yes.
All right, I'm gonna try and firebolt him then, which should give me advantage on him.
Fire him up.
And there's probably a way to tell D20 to roll with advantage. I just don't know what that is off the top of my head, but we'll figure that
All
out
right,
for
so
next
we'll
time.
go with the 16 for 6 damage.
That sounds right. So the thug back there takes 6 points of damage. Your firebolt strikes him, and he grunts out with pain. A little bit of singeing, light seasoning. And are you going to move, or are you going to hold your position?
I'm gonna continue kind of crouched down here. I should be fairly out of sight still.
And now it's Finney's turn.
All right. So I whip around my magic stone to hit that guy. Now, I don't have any of my weapons here on roll 20, so do I just need
No,
to...
just do it. Do everything from D&D Beyond.
Yeah, we installed that last time.
Oh, God, that's right. I'm sorry, you guys.
It's okay. And that's a bonus action with the magic stone, so you can still do something else too.
So I can magic stone and then run up and stab him if I need to?
If you wanna get that
yes.
close. You could try and entangle
Yes,
his
you could.
ass too.
So now the bandit in front of Gareth is knocked out, right? But the one in front of me is dead,
Correct.
right? Okay.
Dying, yeah. Finny chucks one of her magic stones at the approaching bandit, but it does not hit. He sort of sidesteps the throw and it goes past him. He was in bullet time, like totally did the Neo thing. And kind of binks off of the wall behind him. All right, Gareth, you're up.
All right, I kind of turn to Thoradin and say, should I go up and attack this thug?
I just tell you that I'll take him, and you can help the others.
So I can probably get to the bandit that's back behind us. Okay, so I want to hit him with my longsword. In a non-murdery way.
Deacon.
That was a hit.
Okay.
So he swings his scimitar at you, and you just sort of block it, and then bring your pommel up and catch him on the underside of the jaw,
Okay.
and doing 7 points of damage.
All right. And then I'm going to action surge to hit him again.
That was also a hit.
Okay.
Big hit.
Sweet.
All right.
I'm going to call you Hitty McHitterson.
Still doing it
And I-
two-handed?
Yes. That's how I got to do my longsword. And
All
then
right.
I am going to use a bonus action to do a or a second wind to regain some hit points.
To do a short rest.
To do a second wind.
And,
That's a 1d10 plus 2.
all right, go ahead and roll it.
So 3 plus 2, I regain 5 hit points.
All right, you're back up to
You
17.
put those in? Okay,
I
cool.
did.
And then I think that's all I want to do. or can do, or will do.
All right, so the guy that's entangled sees Gareth just come from around the corner and just completely demolish his guy. So he reloads and takes a shot at Gareth with his crossbow.
Still disadvantage, right? He's still entangled.
Correct. And it's a good thing, too, because that would have hit.
That's a good disadvantage. That hurts a lot less.
That would have been a crit. So he's not able to get his arm into the right position because of the vines, and the bolt just completely misses Gareth. And this guy sleeps wonderfully and has very pleasant dreams about a dog that he had when he was a kid.
Aw, Flufferkins.
This guy hefts up his mace and growls a bit and says, "All right, let's do this, Lunga," and approaches the dwarf and swings his mace. First hit attack looks like it hits. 17.
So let's see here. I also get a +2 to resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
So that gives you half damage whenever you take those damage types.
Okay.
So his first attack was a hit, and then he swings and hits a second time, or swings a second time, I don't know if he hits yet, and that one misses. So he attacks twice, and he hits with the first one, and that is 1d6 + 2. So it would have been 6, but you only take 3 because of your rage. And I'll take that off of your token. And Thoradin, it was hard to see the blood from the wound mixed in with the blood from your rage, but I applied it to you. And now it is your turn, Thoradin.
All right. I will be hitting this guy with my hand axe again.
All right.
Here we go.
I'd say that's a hit.
I say that's good stuff.
For 6 points of damage, so you slice him across one of his arms.
And is that including my +2 for damage for raging?
I am including the +2, so that's 8 total. And he is wounded, but still very much in a fighting spirit. And would you like to move or do anything else? Any bonus actions, or are you done?
Nope, I'll just stand my ground.
Lux, we're back to you.
All right, I'm going to fireball that entangled thug again.
All right. Just
I duck out of the way.
Pewing.
First one was better. 6 damage.
Not a crit. 6 damage. Peppered with another firebolt. All right, and he is a bit more wounded now. All right, are you gonna move or you hold your position there?
I'm pretty good here. I like my fancy clothes, so I'd rather they didn't get any holes in them.
All right. All right, Finny.
I have faith in
All right.
my squad.
Once again, I cast a magic stone at this entangled thug. I like the 4 and the 5. That makes me happy.
Yeah, this looks good.
All right, so 22 is definitely a hit, and you did 7 points of damage, so that stone just clocks him right in the side of the head.
I go. I make a little woof noise.
A little huff.
I'm happy about that. Mm-hmm.
All right, and would you like to move, or are you going to stay there?
I'm going to stay right where I am.
How does entangle bother our other friends? Yeah, like if friendly parties wanted to run at that bad guy.
We would also be moving over rough terrain, so your movement. Can I take a bonus action and pick up 2 more stones? No, I can't. Can I pick them up and charm them as my bonus?
You probably carry a collection of loose stones with you.
Okay.
So I imagine that you could just pull a couple more out and
Okay.
throw a magic stone on them.
Touch them. Okay. All right. Thank you. I do that.
1 to 3 pebbles. So
I
I
have
guess
one
you're doing
left
3
right
more.
now, so I take 2 more out and magic them up.
All right. Okay, Gareth.
So I can get up there and hit that thug up top, right? Even though it's rough terrain.
5, 10, 20, 30. You can just make it to him with
So I
your
can make it
movement of
here?
30. Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to make it there, and I'm going to hit him as hard as I can
All right.
with my longsword, and I have advantage.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can. Wait. Wait.
Waiting.
On bated breath.
Okay, I just needed to verify something. Yep, you go ahead.
Okay.
Wait for it.
So I'm going to actually roll this one and roll 20 because that's going to roll 2, so that's automatically going to do advantage. 14 hit.
14 hits.
And here comes some damage.
Excellent.
So 3 points.
Was that 12 plus 3?
No, that's the first column is the one-handed, and the second column is two-handed, isn't it?
I did
That's
this
the
through
1d10.
Roll20 and not through D&D Beyond.
Right. So it should be 1d10 plus 4, so that should be a 7.
So that's a 7? Okay, I see
Yeah.
now. Yeah, if I highlight it, it shows me that.
Okay.
Okay, so 7 points of damage.
All right. You clobber him across the head. He's still awake and conscious and fighting, though very bloody and not feeling great about his life choices. And he tosses his crossbow aside, takes out his mace, and attempts to hit you with it with disadvantage twice.
He gets 2 attacks.
He does. He gets 2
The
attacks.
second one's going to hit.
2 attacks around, and yep, he got a 19. And damage is...
Ouch.
Oh, and he maxed out, so 8 points of damage to Gareth. So he catches you right in the rib cage. And
Anybody in my party want to actually help fight this guy?
I'm throwing fireballs at him. I don't know what you want from me. I've literally attacked him every chance I've gotten.
He's nearly dead.
You've attacked at him.
I've hit
They're
him
trying
twice.
to scare him off. It's intimidation.
All right. I'll be
Attack
okay.
at him is what I do. Don't make me miss with my fireball next time.
All right, Thoradin, your opponent also is going to attack you with a series of swings from his mace. First one is a 10. I think that's a miss.
That is a miss.
Second one is a nice... Oops. There were 3, actually. Where were there 3 there? So the second one's a 19, and that one is a hit.
Okay.
So 1d6 plus 2. So 6 points of damage. So you're down to 20. He mutters something under his breath about... He remembers when he once killed a Drachlanar for looking at him wrong, and he's going to enjoy this next time. And it's now your turn.
All right. And so while I'm attacking, I tell him there will be no more next times.
And he looks disappointed.
So.
Oh, really? Man.
Oh, nerds.
So
I was looking forward to this.
I just realized that I have 2 weapon fighting and that I have 2 axes on me. So do I get to? I just realized this. So I can attack him twice. Is that right?
Right. So you don't get to add your ability modifier. So you don't get to add your strength bonus.
All right. So I won't get the +4. Okay.
To the second attack.
All right. So here we go. First attack.
That is a hit.
Excellent. And I get +2 damage because, right, I'm still enraging. Or still enraged.
Correct.
Okay. And then do you want me to roll for the second one, or you want me to see how that one plays out?
Oh, sure. Let me go ahead and take that off. So
Does
another
that hit?
that it does hit. So another 6.
Okay. But I just want to make sure, like, because on this one, I guess I don't get my +4. So I just want to make sure that that's calculated properly then.
You do not get your +4. However, do you get your rage bonus? You gain
Yes,
advantage
I
on
do.
strength checks and saving throws, +2 melee damage with strength weapons. So it doesn't specify anything about 2 weapons. So you get the +2, so that'd be 8 points total.
Okay.
Damage for the second strike. He is still alive, but you just like solid cuts 2 different parts of him, and he's bleeding heavily. He is not doing well.
Yay.
Yay.
All right, Lux.
Well, I don't want to hit Gareth. If I fireball that thug, am I at risk of hitting Gareth?
No, you're not. Unless you roll like a critical fail or something.
I know that Gareth thinks I'm being useless over here, but I'm still going to fireball that.
I don't believe I said that.
Uh-oh.
Anybody going to help me?
Laying down the gauntlet. 13 hits. So it's
Hold
another.
on, I have advantage.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
I'm going to take that 25 and 10.
No, I would take the 13 and 3.
I don't think that's smart. Why would I do that?
Because today is opposite day.
No, it's not. We're going to give him 10 fire damage. That's what I think of Gareth's mock.
Thank you. Is that all I had to do? I should have said that round 1.
Yeah.
I've been fireballing him.
So describe the manner. Describe the manner. Describe the manner of his death. How did this firebolt
His
kill him?
head overheats and explodes, and all the brains splatter on Gareth's face for talking smack.
How does it smell?
That's actually
say.
that's how I pictured it. I pictured the firebolt going directly into this guy's mouth.
She ruined your dinner clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
My
about the
fancy clothes are still
thing.
clean. He can afford new ones.
All right, so hey man, nice shot with that firebolt.
Right in the mouth hole.
Finny.
Is anybody left?
We're down to
There's-
1.
There's the
That one
down
right there.
Lux, you can hear the sound of fighting from around the corner, though you don't actually
Okay.
see what's happening down there.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't see anything down there.
Okay.
I really like this fancy cloak. I'd rather it stayed blood-free.
Oh, God, that was almost a 1.
But it wasn't.
I don't
So-
suppose I have any advantage or anything.
You don't need it. That's actually a hit.
Oh, does 12 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
And so another 4 points of damage. Your stone, he was he was trying to get his balance because he's really bloody and woozy, and then the stone comes and just cracks him right on the side of the head, and he is just like barely holding on.
Is he prone at this point, or is he
He's
still standing?
Still on his feet, but very wobbly.
We could easily move around the fellow. That's
You
what
have
I'm looking for.
two bandits that are unconscious and not dead.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been not killing
which
some.
one? Oh,
This bandit here is unconscious, and this bandit here is unconscious.
So we could tie them up and question them afterwards.
Good.
if we really wanted to. I mean, I think that's a. What are we going to question them about?
Yeah.
Take
I
him to
think they're
bear.
just trying to jump us, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
Let's
take him
talk
to-
about your life choices.
You could take him to Bear Daddy's and get him set up with a new ensemble.
Yes.
I pull out a chair and like turn it around backwards and sit on it all cool pastor style and be like, listen, let's rap. So I definitely can't get down to that thug in one turn.
Do you have anything you can throw?
I don't have any sort of ranged thing on me.
You could tie up that bandit.
I'm gonna move over here and I'm gonna tie up this bandit just because that way I'm at least doing something.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So let's see. That thug is out. This thug, this may be his last hurrah.
Get
He
him, Thor.
roars with pain, and he swings at the dwarf twice. And he hits both times.
Oofa doofa.
That's not cool.
Ow.
1d6 plus 2. So let's roll some bones here. It's 2d6 plus 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage to the dwarf. He's just bleeding all over here. He's like yelling, blood's coming out of his mouth. He's like, "Ah!" and just swinging his mace. Clock. How'd you just get healed? You popped that back up to 29.
I know, I hit the wrong button. Here you go.
Like,
I,
wait
instead of
a moment.
subtracting 9, I added 9 instead of subtracting 9, so... I'm still learning how to use these interactive sheets.
The hit point adjustments you don't have to worry about because I can do that for you.
Oh,
It gives me something to do during your round. Thoradin, it's your turn. How are you going to respond to this to this travesty.
Yeah, he's done. I'm gonna double attack him again. So.
Smash.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think there's
pudding.
a decapitation in his future.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I don't play light.
We could roast the brains.
And so it's
I look over to Finn and go, "Come on, got something for you."
So 17 points. I almost took it off of you. 17 points.
No, don't.
Damage total.
Oh my. Nice.
He had 1 hit point left, so
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
This is the
Overkill.
last day before retirement.
you just lop off the top half of his head.
Well, he did some damage on his last go around. I'll give him that, but jeez.
So Thoradin's just standing there with his hand axes, breathing heavy, blood all over him, all over his nice new fancy clothes. And that appears to be the last of them.
Nice.
Right.
Can we search
Time
them
to
for anything good?
Search them, yes.
Should we tie up the other guy who's just knocked out?
You certainly can. You tie up both of those.
All right.
And leave them in a dark alley. That bodes well for their future.
I strip them naked. I want them naked, tied up.
Aaron, I'm learning so much about you.
He used to work for Bear Daddy.
It's Thoradin. It's Thoradin.
Oh, right. I'm learning so much about Aaron.
Any good loot on the bodies?
Any good stuff? Yeah, as we look around.
Yeah.
Gareth, make an insight check for me.
Can I investigate the bodies?
They are all human.
Well, I want to investigate them for loot.
Oh, 16 on my insightfulness.
Okay. 2 main things with these thugs. Together, they have a total of 36 gold, 30 copper, and 21 silver.
Nice.
You take note. Gareth also notices another detail. Actually, you all notice this detail. They have tattoos of what look like needles under their left eye. And
well, 3 of them do.
Yeah, a couple of them don't have eyes anymore. And you note that their clothing is of better make than one might normally find with ordinary street ruffians. Gareth, you recall it was 2. I typed it in the chat in Roll20. It's 21 silver. Okay. Gareth, you also recall, just since you just left this party, so it was sort of fresh on your mind, but the Tullamore, which is the Weaver Guild, their sort of symbol is a needle, and her name is Amantha Wendis. She's the representative for the Tullamore. She was actually at this reception, and she was wearing a large silver pendant of a needle in the exact same shape that these tattoos are.
Fabrics thugs. Textile thugs. I love it.
Okay.
Shit seems shady to me.
Should we question the ones that we kept alive? That I kept alive?
Yeah, no one else kept any alive.
You certainly can, but that'll have to be next game, because it is 3 o'clock.
So we each add 9 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces to our stash?
Sure. And what about the copper?
How many coppers were there?
30.
30. So you're just dividing it by 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 7, that's, if someone else wants to add an extra 2 copper and an extra 1 silver, I'm not worried about that.
Finn, yeah, I was going to say Finn was a little low. Let her keep it.
Yeah. So Finn gets 9 copper and 6 silver and 9 gold piece. The rest of us get 9 gold piece, 5 silver, 7 copper.
Cool. Thanks, folks.
Roger. What's your vector, Victor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't in there. What was the breakdown of the money? I'm sorry.
9 gold,
okay.
5 silver, and 7 copper.
All right, cool, guys.
Well, excellent.
So, Aaron, this is pretty much how it works.
I love it. This is really cool. Really, really fun. Thank you, guys.